Alright, Shalom. First, I'd like to start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Hashem Shai, by Shmuel Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well. And salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. As you can see, the title says Lil Nas X. X's new music video celebrates sexuality. It's like it. Faces backlash, Nightline. Right. And the new video they talking about is his video Montero, which is him portraying himself to be Eve in the garden and the serpent coming to him, and basically like how Eve was dead in the garden, basically coming out as being homosexual. That's basically it, and it being cool type shit. So I'm going to play the video and then just bring in some precepts.
Take my horse through the old town road. Some might say that Lil Nas X thrives on controversy. I got the horses in the bag, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. The 21-year-old pop star first became a household name with his song Old Town Road, one of the biggest hits of 2019. Let's say Old Town Road. 1, 2, 3, Old Town Road! Woo! I got the horses in the bag. The song, when it first debuted, ignited a conversation about race and who gets to be country. And now, Lil Nas X is making headlines again. This time, some in the conservative Christian community in an uproar over his latest song and music video, Montero. I'm not faced, don't need you to sin. If you've been in your garden, you know that you can. Call me by your name. Call me when you need. It's these words and these images where Lil Nas X, who's openly gay, is seduced in the Garden of Eden, then slides down from heaven to hell on a pole and twerks on Satan that has people glued to their screens. With the music video
Now this is the society that we live in is full of witchcraft, and these guys sold out, and they trying to push this on the rest of Israel, saying it's okay to be like this. Not only is he pushing the homosexual agenda, he's pushing it's okay to worship Satan. And it's just mockery, man. Guys like this that accept this philosophy that then sold out, they're gonna be destroyed soon to come. And Esau is letting all this stuff flourish the way it is because through the spinning power of Yahweh Shema Shai, through the spinning power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, that's the time we're living in, and it's the end of his society. That's why an Apocrypha said, well, let me get this precept real quick. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and this is part of that wickedness. So if you was ever wondering why, if you're new to these videos and you was ever wondering why what's going on in the world is happening the way it's happening, it's because of stuff like this, man. The reason why the famines and all the death and, the plagues and stuff that's in this place is because of things like this, man. It says, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Right, man? So they really kind of did all they could do. That's why the Lord judged in this place, man. This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 9. It says, oh, it's locked in. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 9, it says, they shew their countenance, the shew of their countenance doth witness against them. They declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Right, man. Sodom was known for homosexuality, man. And that's what this place produces. And they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. Right, man. So eventually these guys are going to get destroyed, man.
Over 38 million views in just 3 days on YouTube.
Lil Nas X appeals to Lil Nas X fans, and there are a lot of them. These are people who like what he does, and what he does is as much about the internet and as much about the visuals as it is about the music.
But the racy song and video has some members of the conservative Christian community up in arms. Social media exploding with people reacting over what the song could mean for our souls. How did you first react when you saw that video?
Disgusted at the highest level.
Pastor Mark Burns is an evangelical minister for the Harvest Praise and Worship Center in South Carolina.
He has a constitutional right to do so, to say so, just as we Christians have a constitutional right to practice our faith. Having said that, it is still
and that's why the pastors are going to be destroyed, because they're not sticking up for righteousness. These pastors are sellouts. They're part of the same agenda. This is Proverbs chapter 17, verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord. And that's what the pastor just did, man. He got a constitutional right. You can do whatever you want to do, this, that, and the other. Man, no, you're supposed to, if you're a pastor, you're supposed to condemn that.
disgusting to see Lil Nas X acting as though he is having intercourse with Satan on television.
Burns says he became concerned after
And you know, that's a form of mockery, because we know, us that's in the truth or in the know that Satan worked for Yahweh Shema Shai on the left hand side, man. You know, and you know, I ain't got to say nothing like, you know, Satan, Lord ain't never having no stupid ass shit like that, man. This is fucking retarded. But that's what, you know, Jake and them, they don't know nothing. So
watching the music video and seeing Lil Nas advertising Satan shoes, modeled after Nike's Air Maxes and costing $1,018, after the Bible verse, Luke 10:18. The shoes allegedly contain a drop of human blood, in addition to traditional satanic imagery like the pentagram. Mischief, the creator of the shoe, reportedly saying they sold out in less than a minute. Do you think Lil Nas X should be canceled?
all right, and for as far as the Luke 10 and 18 goes, it says, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. And all it's talking about is America coming down. Eventually, because America going to be destroyed, man. And how fast it's going to fall. How fast it's going to fall, man. You know, so that was for lack of a better word, a sign to let you know that they know, the demons know that the society is coming down. Especially with all this witchcraft and everything that's going on. America's going to be destroyed for this, and it's coming down fast, man.
As long as Lil Nas X is promoting what we consider one of the most damaging images in our culture, which is Satan, and to glorify Satan, if that's his belief system, he has a right to worship whoever he wants to worship. But we have a right to not buy his product. We have a right to go after the corporations that support him and back him.
Nike is now suing Mischief, saying Nike is in no way connected with this project, and Nike has not and does not approve or authorize the Satan shoes. In a press release, Lil Nas X suggested that the imagery in the music video was intended to address homophobia, saying he was harnessing his sexuality to seduce the devil and strip of his power as an evil force, while dismantling the throne of judgment and punishment that has kept many of us from embracing our true selves.
I think there's a better way to communicate that message. There are other ways to do that. You can use love. You can use, togetherness. Now, I'm against any attack, verbally and physically, against any LGBTQ community member in this country. But there's a better way to communicate.
Lil Nas tweeting his response to the controversy, writing a letter to his 14-year-old self, saying in part, "This will open doors for many other queer people to simply exist."
To me, the potential message to the youth in this video is that you can find strength in being exactly who you are, whoever that is.
Sarah Marshall co-hosts a pop culture podcast called You're Wrong About, which explores major media events from the past. Marshall says that the reaction to Lil Nas's video is just another example of the phenomenon satanic panic. What actually are satanic panics, and why do we see them happening so often culturally, especially in response to pop music?
But it's always related to the idea that youth culture is becoming too powerful and transgressive, and also that American sexuality is becoming too shameless.
Lil Nas is not the first artist to use religious imagery in his music to push the boundaries. From the Rolling Stones in Sympathy for the Devil, to Madonna in Like a Prayer.
There's just nothing new about this at all. In fact, it's so much a common trope of rock and roll that we have to conclude that Lil Nas X knew exactly what he was doing. He was invoking this heritage.
In a way, by putting out this letter and saying that I am pushing an agenda, does that allow him to control the narrative in a way?
He's conscious of what he's doing, and he's doing it in a particular way. And that means that he is attempting to control the narrative. But it's a big world, it's a big audience, and it's a big narrative.
It's a big responsibility for an artist who, just 2 years ago, was a college dropout, living on his sister's couch in Atlanta, determined to break through in any way possible.
Life was me moving from sibling to sibling house, promoting my music like through Twitter, and barely getting any, reaction out of anything.
How you doing, Nas? I first spoke to Lil Nas in 2019, right when Old Town Road was the hottest song in the world, as he was navigating his way from internet anonymity to superstardom. I got the horses in the
Over the course of a few months, I was just putting it into memes and, kind of forcing it into the internet in a way.
I got the horses in the bag. Horse stock is attached. Old Town Road eventually went viral on TikTok, climbing Billboard's country music charts to number 19. But less than a week later, the song got the boot. In a statement to Rolling Stone, Billboard stated that the track does not embrace enough elements of today's country music to chart in its current version. That decision led to outrage online. Fans tweeting, "Wow, discrimination at its finest." After a remix with country legend Billy Ray Cyrus, the song took off, becoming the #1 song on Billboard's Hot 100 for 19 weeks straight. One thing's clear, as Lil Nas X continues to blur lines between hip-hop and country, internet troll and global star, and now, heaven and hell, he keeps stirring the pot. And whether you like it or not, we're still talking about it.
I think it's a really beautiful video, and it feels like we are being asked to witness and appreciate a sexuality that has not been passed around Twitter and shown to everyone in this way before, and that it feels to me like a brilliant maneuver to make something beautiful and inspiring.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. It says, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt," which is America, because America is full of sodomy, and they take after the Egyptian philosophies. Where also our Lord was crucified, right? Yahushua was crucified over here. Was crucified just means to be crossed out, but when Yahushua returns, and he's showing himself right now via all the signs and the destruction that's going on. But when he actually really returns, America's going to be destroyed, and a lot of other places are going to be destroyed. Israel going to be destroyed, but a lot of other places are going to be hit by missiles. Because of all this wickedness and stuff that's going on, and the righteous order is going to be reestablished. As you see, he had a one eye of Horus on his neck, and that goes back to Egypt. Or the eye of Horus on his neck. This is Nahum chapter 3, verse 4. "Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, which is America, the mistress of witchcrafts," because America is known for his witchcrafts, man, as well as all his wicked philosophies. And what we saying on here is witchcraft, man. Them guys worship Satan and do rituals, and they push this agenda on the children, and then on the grown folks too, and they eventually become homosexuals, man. "The mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations to her whoredoms, the family and families to her witchcrafts. Behold," and this is being pushed out all over the world. It's like it. "Behold, I'm against thee, said the Lord, Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face." Right, show America's wickedness to everybody. "And I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame." Give me 1 second. Right, Slacky, verse 5 again. "Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame." Right, and this is part of America's shame. And the Lord is against America, hence the reason why America's coming down. But another thing that's going on is the nations are waking up to America and separating from America, and eventually they're going to be the ones to shoot missiles on America. This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. "Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." Right. So since he sowed all this wickedness and pushing out this agenda, he going to get judged for that. But America also, and those who partake and agree with this, man. No one is getting away with what they've been doing, man. "For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting." Right, man. So I'm gonna end it off at that. Call all Yahabashim Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutation to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.